in my dreams, everyone had an enormous love of animals, a love that did not include any desire to kill and eat them. They could not separate the living creature from the meat in the way that people do in their minds today. Secondly, the people of Tantal, or Atlantis, had evolved a culture that took joy in creating and not destroying. Third, there was no need for meat as sustenance. If it had been the only option for survival, then and only then would it be considered. Fourth, it was more efficient and less destructive to be vegetarian. But why only vegetarian and not vegan? The reason is simply the Atlanteans were able to get milk, eggs, and cheese without the suffering of animals. They had the medical knowledge to maintain a herd of cows with milk. No calf was ever killed. Eggs were from the ostriches, who were laying unfertilized eggs for 11 out of 12 months of the year. Honey was from hives that were always handled humanely, and all the relationships with the animals were symbiotic. All food was delicious and nutritious. No one had any desire or need for meat. All the animals in Tantal were loved and gave back love in abundance. Each had its own character, and after many dreams of such animals, it is difficult not to love all animals. People were able to have pets as long as the animal chose the person, not the other way around. So getting a pet in those days wasn't just a case of popping down the road to the pet shop or the like. A person had to firstly get permission, then commit to spending a significant amount of time living in the wild with the animals of interest, and only once an animal had chosen you could you return with your pet. It was a long process. It became easier with some animals as places like hotels were constructed in the wild for people to go on holiday there for as long as they needed in order to find a suitable small companion. So there were cat gardens, dog camps, bird retreats, and monkey tree houses, etc. Each location perfectly set up for the enjoyment and communing with a certain type of animal, and in the hope, possibly, that one of those animals would choose you. But in a nutshell, getting back to the subject, the people in my dreams of Tantal loved animals too much to eat them. From my earliest memories of my dreams, I knew that I did not want to eat animals. But I was born on a farm. I was born into a heavily meat-eating family. Try as they could not get me to eat meat, even as a very young child.